It is time for the Drew Yari Show. Drew Yari.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Wednesday over here in San Antonio. It's 9:08 p.m. Central Time. We're back on our regularly scheduled shift Wednesday. And I am Drew, and with me as always,
Justin from Spinebuster Tees, spinebustertees.com.
And you're not feeling too hot today.
Oh, not Spinebuster Tees, Morning Slam Podcast, I'm sorry. but the owner of Spinebuster Tees, but this is Morning Slam Podcast.
Morning Slam Podcast, Spinebuster Tees. You're a man of many hats. But you're not feeling too well, are you today, Justin?
Good, I'm good. Let's go. We're good.
All right. Might be a short show tonight, but let's get it done. So, I guess we can start with SmackDown. The shows have been really good lately. I mean, WWE has been putting on some pretty good shows with the news of Mr. Ari Emanuel, who's the owner of Endeavor, who appointed Triple H as being the head of creative for WWE for the TV shows and also the pay-per-views. I listened to your show. Give this guy a medal. Give this guy an award for doing what we want, for giving us what we want, getting Vince out of creative. I mean, I've always said straight up, just keep Vince away from creative. Let Vince do the business shit. Let him continue to make money and business deals for the company. Just keep him away from the TV shows because he's almost 80. An 80-year-old man should not be running a wrestling company in 2023, let alone writing for the shows. So we're all happy that Vince is gone. Gone from creative. We're all happy that Triple H is running the show, just like he should be. I don't know what you guys think, but hey, Maurice. But yeah, it shows with the shows. I mean, if people still think that Vince is part of creative, come on, look at who's on the shows. You see fucking DIY.
Yeah, right now this is very, very heavily Triple H influence. It's starting to feel like NXT Black and Gold with the long-term booking and storytelling that Triple H is playing out. So, a lot of layers, a lot of depth on what Triple H is doing right now. Vince McMahon never had this type of layers and depth in storytelling.
Yeah, you see, and then you had Bronson Reed and Gunther just kill it on Monday. And then I don't mean to shift gears, but like you see on NXT, week 1 of Halloween Havoc is going to be all women. Like I'm all for it because the women's division in NXT is fucking amazing. It's probably the best women's division.
It's very deep.
It's very deep, very, very deep. But let's start with SmackDown. So SmackDown was good.
Yeah.
They basically teased like 14 different, feuds. The big one being, they're all big, but like, the big one being LA Knight and Roman.
Yeah.
I know we've been very in depth about this, where we're not crazy about it, but it's just like you gotta strike while the iron's hot. Which I get it. LA Knight's the biggest merch seller in the company. He sells more merch than Roman. So you want this match to happen already. I'm fine with it. I don't love it, but I'm fine with it. My only concern is like, what do you do with LA Knight after this? Like, where do you go?
He's not going to be able to do much of anything until WrestleMania. Yeah. And right now, I think our early WrestleMania match for LA Knight is him versus Logan Paul for the United States Championship.
Which I'm fine with. But yeah, my whole thing was with LA Knight, just keep him in the main event scene. Keep him in with guys that are, not just good, but are considered main event level talent. As long as you do that, I'm fine. If it's like after the match with Roman, it's LA Knight versus fucking Grayson Waller, it's like, okay. Like, we're doing the opposite. But with Triple H in charge, again, his stuff isn't always perfect. But he's gonna book guys that are getting over, and he's gonna do what makes sense. But yeah, the opening segment on SmackDown was John Cena coming out, and Roman Reigns returning. since like the SmackDown for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And basically shit talking Cena, like, what are you doing in my ring? This is my show, blah blah blah. And you don't deserve a title shot. And Cena saying, I gotta earn it. I haven't earned it, but I can tell you who has. LA Knight. Good promo work with LA Knight and Roman. LA Knight saying, you're in my way. And then there's just that perfect shot of you just see LA Knight's, sunglasses with Roman's reflection in it. But overall, what'd you think about that segment?
Dynamite segment. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dynamite segment. But, yeah, did we need to do, I don't agree with LA Knight getting the shot down, but, at this point now, it's just trying to make the best out of it, so. But, good opening segment, for sure.
Do you think, with this feud, do you think it'll just be a one-and-done feud? Do you think they might stretch it out until Survivor Series?
No.
Why not?
How many feuds have Roman has stretched out with because he's going to beat him clean. So, he's going to beat him clean. So, if he beats him clean, why does LA Knight need another match? Or not need another match, but, how will you deserve another match at that point? If he beats him clean, it's like, okay, well, you got beat clean. You didn't get wronged. You didn't get cheated to deserve a rematch. You got beat clean. Get to the back of the line and, work your way back up.
What if there's a screw finish?
I don't want to see another match.
Okay. All right.
I just don't. It's why? It's pointless. What's the point? He's gonna lose again.
I'm just asking. You know how WWE is.
Yeah,
but,
he's gonna lose again, and that's no. He needs to win again after this match against Roman. So once he loses to Roman here, he needs to win again in some fashion. In a semi-big match with somebody else. So,
and they made the match for the main event for SmackDown later that night was LA Knight and Solo, which we'll get to. A lot of bloodline stuff. Jimmy and Roman stuff. Roman basically saying, "What are you trying to do? Are you trying to be the quarterback, or am I the quarterback?" And Jimmy being the kiss ass, saying, "You're the quarterback." Oos. And Roman not liking yeet. Whenever Jimmy would say yeet, he would just say, "Don't say that." There was that nice segment. It was a funny ass segment where Roman's just going off on Jimmy, being like, "You're on my couch, drinking my water, instead of doing something about this." And then he leaves and says, "Yeet, don't say that." So I just thought that was funny. What else happened? The tag team championship match: Cody and Jay versus Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. After which you had the Bloodline come out. You had Jimmy and Solo come out first, and then you had Roman, and then you had Cody getting Roman's face. And I liked how Roman was taking it seriously. I like how it wasn't like Roman, smiling, being like, "I beat your ass already." I liked in his mind he was like, "I haven't forgotten about you." He's like, "You almost beat me. No one almost beats Roman Reigns." Kind of like the Rocky 2 thing, where Apollo Creed's like, "This guy almost beat me. This nobody almost beat me." So that was intense. I mean, the cameraman, whoever the cameraman was for these shots, he deserves a promotion. I love that.
That's probably Kevin Dunn calling it. Believe it or not, Kevin Dunn calls those shots. That's one thing good. That's one good thing about Kevin Dunn. He can do good. He's always been great at doing certain shots and certain things, but everything else, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, when he's not doing his million camera shots in a match, I like how they toned that down. But that was intense. That kind of gave me goosebumps a little bit. And then you had the main event, which let me pull up the match card. If I'm skipping anything important, I'm sorry.
I'm skipping
skipping quite a few. We'll get to that next.
Yeah, you skip the whole show.
I'm just going over the meat and potatoes, and then I'll.
Oh, okay. I hear you.
But
if you find anything relevant to bring up, just do that.
Exactly.
Like Nick Aldis, you just skipped him.
Yeah. No. I'm not purposely skipping anything. I'm just getting to the meat and potatoes. But yeah, let's get to Nick Aldis.
Yeah, sure.
Triple H comes out, talks about the show, and then he has Adam Pearce in the ring. Tells Adam Pearce you've been running both shows. You've been doing a great job. Now you get a promotion. You're going to be running Raw. You're going to be the GM of Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Right about when he's going to announce the GM of SmackDown, Dominic comes out, and of course the whole place is booing him. Triple H even says, I thought they piped in the booze, but that's legit. And then Dom is pissed off that Judgment Day hasn't gotten their tag team title shot yet, but it happened on Raw, but not on SmackDown. And Triple H is saying, you're getting mad at the wrong guys. Let me introduce you to the new SmackDown GM. It's Nick Aldis, who just happened to be waiting at ringside. Comes in with a nice suit, shakes Triple H's hand, shakes Adam Pearce's hand, saying, "Here's to some healthy competition." Shakes Dom's hand and says, "I'm a big fan of your dad." And announces who the newest member of SmackDown is from the Jey Uso trade, Kevin Owens, who comes out and stuns Dom. I was a little skeptical about Kevin Owens, but after thinking about it, it makes sense. I'm happy with Kevin Owens splitting from Sammy rather than it just being Kevin Owens goes heel and then they feud again. Like I don't like, and I also don't like. Personally, I prefer Kevin Owens more as a face because he seems more upfront as a babyface. Because when he's a heel, he does the chicken shit heel run away from everything shtick. So I'm fine with him on SmackDown. Him on SmackDown feels right. But overall, what'd you think about this segment?
Great. Nick Aldis being there is because I think he still has some matches left in him. I don't know if he wants to return back into ring full time, but it's a perfect opportunity for the fans to get to know Nick Aldis first instead of just throwing him out there as like a full time wrestler. You know what I mean? Because no one's got to know who Nick Aldis is, and obviously get put on NXT for obvious reasons. So he can't go to NXT. If he's gonna wrestle, it's gonna be on the main roster. You don't debut him as a wrestler, you debut him as a general manager. Then once someone actually does something, very, very wrong to him, it's like, hey, I want to get you in a ring for a match. And by that time, the fans will be invested in him, and they'll see like how good he is. So, but it did what it needed to do. Triple H being out there endorsing it too as well, and hopefully now it looks like they're not, they're going to keep the brand split the way that it is right now. I mean, I'm gonna hold my breath, but hopefully this will start making the brand split seem more serious. I'll give it a month before we start seeing we start seeing like Cody back on SmackDown for no reason whatsoever. Then we're gonna have issues. But I like the segment though; it was good.
I'm glad to see Nick Aldis on television. I've always liked him. Very well spoken. He has a good look. He's not exactly old. He's younger than Seth Rollins. Like, that's crazy to think about. But, yeah, I like that idea of having him as the GM to get him more acquainted with the audience, because I think if you just had him come out at the Royal Rumble, people would be like, who's this guy? Yep. So, because the people are already acquainted with Adam Pearce. So, that's what they're going to do with Nick Aldis. And I look forward to it.
You had 3 former NWA World Champions on SmackDown on Friday.
Who was the third? Oh yeah, Cody. Never mind, Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, cool. All right, so the rest of the show, you had Brawling Brutes versus Pretty Deadly with their first match back after Elton Prince's debilitating shoulder injury that took him months and months of rehab to finally get back to wrestling.
So glad he can walk again.
Yeah, I was worried for him. They should have played Beautiful Day in his vignettes.
It's a beautiful day.
That would have been awesome. But yeah, decent match. The Brutes won. There was a point in the match where Elton was selling, getting hurt.
The Brutes won?
Oh, I'm sorry. Pretty Deadly.
I thought Pretty Deadly won. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty Deadly won. There was a point in the match where Elton was kind of selling the fact that maybe he got re-hurt, but he ended up pulling the heel shtick and getting the win for the team. So yeah, that happened. Let's see. Zelina Vega versus Bayley happened after Bobby Lashley and his guys beat up Carlito. I don't know. Carlito's just, I don't know. It's nice seeing he's in amazing shape. He's in the best shape I've seen him in.
Oh, absolutely.
It'd be interesting to see him and Bobby Lashley. But, well, because Bobby Lashley's like, the last time we were in the ring, I beat your ass, which actually did happen. That was in 2007?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
2007, 2008, something like that.
So, Zelina Vega and Bayley had a match. No, nothing to really, like, write home about, but Bayley got the win. Let's see. Am I missing any other... Oh, yeah, talk about the Roman Reigns stuff in the Triple H announcement. And, oh, yeah, there was a segment with Charlotte, with Nick Aldis, where Nick Aldis, his first act as general manager, gave Charlotte a women's title match, which is going to happen this Friday in San Antonio, which I will be attending. So Charlotte and Io Shirai. As Charlotte is walking out, there's Jade Cargill, which I'm amazed at the reaction that Jade gets, and she hasn't had a match yet. And I mean, granted, she wasn't that great in AEW, but she didn't have formal training. So yep. It's interesting seeing those two. In the same
people are excited about it because it's the AEW girl. Oh my god! You know what I mean? They're stoked about that.
Right. But they had a face-off, and maybe that's a potential WrestleMania match. So we'll see. I already talked about the tag team title match. So am I already close to the main event? Okay, main event time. LA Knight versus Solo Sikoa. Good match. Not a great match, but a good match. What am I missing? I just blanked for a little bit. Sorry. But, yeah, pretty good match. A lot of Gaga, of course. The bloodline interfering. Cena, I believe Cena came out to kind of even the odds. But LA Knight got the win, after which Roman speared LA Knight and basically just reminded him, I'm the top guy. I'm the tribal chief. A, B, C, and D. And the show ends with Roman over LA Knight. But what'd you think?
Roman Reigns makes the show way more interesting.
I mean, he certainly does. He
makes the show way more interesting. So it's good to have Roman back. I believe he's gonna be at SmackDown Friday too as well. So,
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So SmackDown this Friday looks shaping out to be a good show because you got Logan Paul coming in too. So, yeah, good stuff.
And it's gonna shift gears and. I don't know. I guess we can talk a little bit about Collision. More so the promo with Adam Copeland and Ricky Starks. The controversy. Yeah, sure. The controversy behind that, where was it? Bryan Danielson came out. Oh no, I think it was Adam Copeland that came out first.
I don't remember.
Yeah, Copeland came out, or whatever. We'll just say Copeland came out first and just addressed the crowd. Christian Cage came out, but with security. Danielson came out, and then Ricky Starks came out. And Ricky Starks was, I guess, still shit-talking Danielson, but then told Adam, don't, get your bug eyes off of me, blah, blah, blah. And then, Adam just said, I was looking at your leather pants, dumbass. And Ricky, saying, it's style. You obviously didn't learn style at the other place. And Adam saying, you look like you're dressing like The Rock. You're like a vanilla midget version of The Rock. So talk to him, don't talk to me. And reports come in that that was off script. That Adam and Ricky are not too fond of each other, or they're mad at each other. I'll just say that. So which kind of shows
they're
because
mad at each other. I don't know if that was. Reported that they're mad at each other. I think it was just reported saying that wasn't scripted.
I mean, I was hearing that they were mad at each other because you can kind of tell in the promo that Edge looked legit annoyed, and Ricky looked annoyed. So
I don't believe that they actually are mad. I mean, probably had a conversation with them.
I mean, it's not like to a point of like CM Punk and Jack Perry. I just think they were just pissed off at each other.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure, Edge seems like a rational guy.
Adam Copeland needs to realize that this is what you signed up for.
No, I get that, but like, I was gonna say Adam seems more like a rational guy instead of just like going up to people and starting a fight. He's like, let's just talk about it. And same thing with Ricky. Ricky seems like a rational guy, where he's like, let's just talk about it. So, but yeah. Yeah, that's really all I wanted to discuss over Collision. So let's go to Raw. Overall, what'd you think about Raw?
Excellent. It's a fucking excellent show. Just everything that Triple H is doing on Raw right now is becoming appointment TV. And that's big. You know what I mean? Like, you got so many brewing storylines. You got so many different things that's going on. Excuse me, that's going on Raw right now. It's just great. It's not a perfect show, obviously. It's not a perfect show, but it's definitely more positive than not, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm still on the side of just like, can we cut it down to 2 hours? But whatever.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're not going to get that.
It's just wishful thinking, but
wishful thinking for sure. But like, I mean,
we're
gonna. But even at that, the 3 hours, I thought 3 hours flew by. I mean, they start off with a great match. You know what I mean? Because you had Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura, and just like, Triple H likes to do different shit. Hey, have him go fight through, Gorilla and all that, right? Ricochet doing like showing off his athleticism, doing backflips off the Titantron screen and doing, a shooting star press from the balcony and, just great stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just everything like the Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins promo, just
like that.
Excellent. It was fantastic. Just a great segment overall. You know what I mean? It's just, man, it's just Gunther and Bronson Reed, just great stuff, man. Like, Raw's so damn good right now. It's so good. And and just 2 months ago, it was, I won't say it was shit, but it was boring. There was like really nothing going on like on Raw. It was just like, okay, same thing. And in a sense, you kind of have that same thing with like the Bloodline and like Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn and you know what I mean, and now Jey Uso, but now it's a little bit more. There's they're trying a little bit more different stuff with it. So and I even didn't mind Cody and Jey losing titles. You know what I mean, because it's so intricate and detailed. Where it's that you saw Jimmy Uso come out and screw over Cody and Jey. Mm-hmm. But what's really the story behind it? Did Roman tell Jimmy to go over to Raw to make sure that Cody and Jey doesn't come back to SmackDown for them to lose the tag team championships? Or is it more along like, okay, Jimmy went over there, by himself, didn't tell Roman, because Roman on SmackDown at one point said, hey, we're past that, we're past Jey, we're past Cody, let's just focus on the future. That's what Roman was basically saying. Is Jimmy gonna get reprimanded on going over to SmackDown without Roman's full permission? So this is just great, different stories. And at the end of the day too, all this, because I mentioned when Jey came over to SmackDown, it spawned like 4 different storylines. It really is all spawned from the Bloodline. It's all spawned from the Bloodline and what's happened over, the last few years with the Bloodline. How the Bloodline screwed over, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens is back on SmackDown now. And Drew McIntyre, he's like, in his eyes, he's not a bad guy yet. He's not really a bad guy yet either. He just doesn't want to help any of the baby faces. And, due to Jey being there, and if it's something going on with Jey Uso, he's like, well, hey, that's not my situation. I'm just gonna do my own thing. You know what I mean? And if you get in my way, you get in my way. You know what I mean? So just everything that they're doing right now is just great television. I'm loving it.
Yeah, second that. I think what Drew is that they're taking their time with this heel turn because they want Drew to, in the eyes of the people, to feel sympathetic but eventually there's going to be that heel turn where he just goes full heel. Because to me, I'm looking at it as just like, Drew is mad at everybody for siding with Jay. He's mad. He's mad at Sam. He went out of his way to go up to Sammy and say, you were mad. You were right to be mad at Jay, but then you forgave him. And then he's getting mad at Seth. He's getting mad at everybody else. He's getting mad at Cody. Eventually, he's going to get mad at the fans. He's going to tell the fans, you don't believe me. You don't side with me. Well, screw you. Screw all of you. It's all about me. So that I like that. It's, again, the long-term storytelling that gets thrown around a lot. This is good long-term storytelling.
Well, yeah, no, this is totally Triple H influence, long-term booking. That's where it's at in pro wrestling. Period. If you don't have something to cling on to long-term, like for example, the MC, right? That was basically damn long-term storytelling for 15 fucking years. You know what I mean? Well, actually more than 15 years, but you get my point. For the MCU, and it's and they all ended with Endgame. You know what I mean? So, and there was a long story being told with that. Same thing here. You know what I mean? So, we're getting all these things spawning from storylines. It's great. It's really good shit, and and just everything that they're doing right now, from having the great wrestling with Gunther and Bronson Reed, and Giant Gargano and Ludwig Kaiser. That was a good match as well. Just to the little things of getting more people on TV, like Xia Li and Nikki Cross, and they may not have matches, but they're being used, and right. Triple H is creating this world with WWE within WWE, where it's Xia Li doesn't exist in this world because Vince McMahon doesn't want to put her on TV. Now Xia Li's on TV. She may not be doing anything important, but you know what I mean? But she's there. Nikki Cross is there, right? Tegan Nox is getting a try, and right now I think she's showing people why she could be an asset. You know what I mean? Not hey, world champion for a whole year or anything like that, but just at least show why. Okay, well, she is a hand. She is valuable to the women's division. So even what Nia Jax is doing, again, I'm not really fond of her, but even what she's doing, I'm not really disgusted at. I'm somewhat okay with it. So just everything that they're doing on Raw right now is just handing out of the goddamn park, and I'm loving it.
It kind of reminds me of the Attitude Era in a sense, where everybody on the show felt important, and not just Steve Austin and The Rock and Undertaker. You had DX, you had the Job Squad. You had, the
audience was looking over as shit.
Exactly. Who else? Who else am I thinking about? The Brood.
The Brood, Al Snow, just the Nation Domination, the Blue Meanie, everyone has a spot, and we're not there yet. We're not fully there yet, but whatever you want to call this era, I mean, there's not really a name for this era as of yet, but eventually, there's gonna be an era for it, and the business is booming right now, and everyone's getting the shot on the show. I just hope that Vince doesn't come back with some influence whatsoever. It seems like it's not gonna happen, but
no.
I don't count Vince McMahon out for shit.
No.
I don't count him out. I don't count him out. Do not count this man out for. Don't count out Vince McMahon. I don't care what Ari Emanuel says. I know he's the new. I get it, but don't count Vince McMahon out. He's found his way back in many things before. So, but as of right now, it seems like we're in a very good position. So,
yes, sir. But overall, Raw was good. The Ricochet and Shinsuke match. The nice, funny spot where Ricochet's passing through the back and he looks at Hurricane Helms. Stand back, Hurricane. Ricochet's coming through.
Yeah.
Again, I like that they're still continuing this. I don't want to say hot streak, but I guess they still want to keep Shinsuke fresh, because he's the most interesting he's been in a while, and they haven't given up on Ricochet either. So, And then, of course, the Gunther and Bronson match was just, again, big meaty men slapping meat. What else can you ask for? And Ludwig, which is it's funny to think about because I remember RJ, friend of the show, a friend of ours, and he actually pitched that idea a while ago to me, where he's like, "Do you think they'll eventually push Ludwig?" I'm like, "I don't think so, personally." And shows what I know, because they showed fucking vignettes of Ludwig being like this, European, kind of snobby. I don't know what you call him, like man of the world, man of art,
right?
And it's like
they. By the way, the music that they're using is Swan Lake.
Nice.
Which is Dracula's, the original 1931 Dracula theme.
Nice.
So I popped for that. I'm like, oh god, it's
Dracula. A little off topic. On Amazon, they have all the Universal monster movies on sale, like in this like Blu-ray disc set.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I saw that and I thought of you. I've actually been watching the old school movies lately.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I saw the first Frankenstein.
First Frankenstein's good. It's good. It's slow at first, but I like Son of Frankenstein better as a movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't go wrong with the first Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, it was really good. Like I was gonna say I didn't think I'd like it because like I'm very apprehensive about like older movies, but I watched them like this is actually pretty good. Like this, yeah. I'm not a huge like purist when it comes to like, oh, they need to use practical effects. And with this movie, I'm like, maybe Hollywood should just go back to using more practical effects.
For horror, absolutely. Yes.
I'm not saying don't use CGI ever, because sometimes CGI can help. But when it comes to horror, definitely practical works better.
Yeah, no, like even like the Halloween movies, the Haddonfield trilogy.
Yeah.
Like the effects that was used there, just that's where it needs to be.
Right. I mean, because like, last year there was this big influx of horror movies that didn't have a huge budget. They just relied more on practical effects and like location. Like Barbarian, for example. Barbarian, all it needed was just a house, and just like a random street. The Prey movie, the prequel to Predator. To me, that was beautiful. I enjoyed every second of that movie. And Smile, granted, Smile wasn't one of my favorites. I didn't like it as much as most people did. But again, a movie that just relied on practical effects and promotion. And,
like Terrifier 2, they relied on practical effects completely. So
yeah, that was like a 6-digit like a budget movie.
Yeah, because it was like $25,000.
And then it made like $20 million in the box office.
Yeah. So,
which
is good though. You know what I mean? Because
respect.
Yep.
What were we gonna say? I'm sorry.
No. I was just gonna say, so that can. I was gonna say it could probably give them, because I think they may be making a third movie. I haven't seen anything about it, but that can give them a little bit more budget for the possible third movie.
So I watched the first movie recently, because it's on. It's on Peacock. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about it.
Oh wow!
I don't know. Just again, I can see why people like these movies, because like an ode to, like an homage to like 80s slasher flicks. Yeah, but it didn't work for me personally. I mean, again, respect to the guy who directs them, and he's got an audience. Just personally wasn't for me. But let's go back to the shows. So that was Raw. NXT happened last night, so we can talk about NXT. Again, just we were talking about how good Triple H books the show. Shawn Michaels does a almost as good job at booking NXT. He's doing a great job with the women's division. And I know you love this. He's made us care about Von Wagner.
Hey, you know what, man? Like he's got to kill Braun Breaker. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, like that segment, where he's I guess in physical therapy.
You shouldn't pull the rubber band. I felt so bad for him, man.
I felt bad for him too. My heart aches for him. And then Robert Stone getting in Braun Breaker's face and challenging him to a match at Halloween Havoc.
I think this is like his first like real match since like TNA.
Who is he in TNA? Robbie E or Robbie?
Yeah, Robbie. Yeah, former X Division champion.
But overall, top to bottom, NXT was enjoyable last night.
Yeah,
the show began with the Bada Bing Bada Boom Battle Royal, which Chase U won, which I was happy because I like Chase U.
Yeah, and they're telling that story too as well that JC Jane is in Chase U, kind of sort of because like she was out there with the pom pom and stuff with the Thea Hell, but JC Jane found out about the tag team match in class, and she pulled out her phone in class. So even though she's doing bad stuff, bad influence stuff, without she was the one that told him about the Battle Royal in the first place, and ended up winning the Battle Royal. So it's like those little hidden layers that a lot of people don't see, but if you're fans of the show that watch week to week, you're gonna end up seeing it. So yeah, man, just great stuff.
Loving it. Next was you had Carmelo Hayes address the crowd, and then you had Baron Corbin come out and Dijak come out.
Yep.
Just talk a little bit of shit, and then Dragunov comes on the screen and says, the last thing that Cody Rhodes did as being the special GM for NXT was make this a fatal 4-way match, and it's going to be this man, and it's Trick Williams. And the camera work I thought was funny because you look over at Baron Corbin, he just goes, "Oh," and of course Mello just looking shocked because he had no idea that his quote unquote best friend, and I use quotation fingers, which will explain why, was added to the match. And then later on they talked backstage, and Mello saying, "Listen, I was just blindsided by it. I wasn't expecting it. I'm fine with it. Everything's fine. ... for now." Blair Davenport challenges Gigi Dolan to a rematch.
Because I think this is important to talk about here.
Yeah.
So, Carmelo. So, can we talk about the segment backstage with Trick?
Yeah.
So it just kind of because it kind of goes ahead. Okay, so Trick got attacked, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are thinking that it is Carmelo Hayes, right? Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. As of right now, I think that's the favorite. But I got two other ones for you. I got one that could be a little far-fetched, but could be. Then we got another one that I really think has a very strong chance of it being. First being, Trick attacks himself.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is, I don't know if you remember, Jesus Christ, Enzo and Cass. When Cass turned heel on Enzo, the week before, Cass got attacked by somebody, and Cass ended up attacking himself. Like, he made some racket, he banged on some stuff, and he laid down and like as if he was injured. So I don't know why that would happen though, because I'll take him out of the number one contenders match. So that's a little bit far fetched. So that was a little bit far fetched, but one to look out for. But the strong one I'm talking about, outside of Mello, I'll give you one guess. Who you think attacked Trick Williams outside of Carmelo Hayes?
Is it somebody that Trick was feuding with?
No. I'll just say no.
Is it somebody on the main roster?
No.
Is it somebody that hasn't debuted yet?
No. No. Just take one guess.
Fuck.
I thought it was gonna be quick, so do you want me to just say it?
Just say it.
Wesley.
Oh.
He left. Remember how he left? He left because he really wanted a shot again at the NXT Championship. And he was like, I don't know what I'm doing here anymore. I'm leaving. And it's been quiet ever since. I am saying right now that I will bet my money, if it ain't Carmelo Hayes, it is definitely Wesley.
Okay. That'd be interesting.
I'll turn him heel too, so there you go.
A part of me doesn't want Hayes and Melo to split up because, I don't know, they're boys. But I'm pretty sure the obvious route is going to be, Trick playing the role of Shawn Michaels to Melo being Triple H. It was you, Hunter. So I don't know. We'll see.
You're goddamn right I did it.
You're goddamn right I did it. You can't wrestle anymore. All right. So continuing NXT, Blair and Davenport challenge Gigi Dolan to a rematch at Halloween Havoc. Dolan raised the stakes by spinning the wheel and making their match lights out. Lexus King, formerly known as Brian Pillman Jr., will be debuting at Halloween Havoc.
Yeah. Very, very much so anticipated. Again, loving what
Me too.
he's saying as far as why he's changing his name. There's a motive behind it. And, can't wait to see on how he is, his packaging, his song that he's going to have, all that. So, yeah, should be good.
I'm glad because, it works better with him coming in as a heel and then renouncing his dad's name instead of just being like, hey, I'm a face and my dad was a wrestler, like me. It works better with him being a heel and him, being pissed at his dad.
Yeah, it's something different too.
Yeah. I mean, different
because you're
works.
becoming face or heel, a lot like I don't know if I ever seen it like this before, to where it's like, well, my dad was, this guy, or my mom was, this girl, you know what I mean? And, my name is blah, 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 Junior. I don't know if they ever explain, I can't imagine, I don't know if I've ever seen where, they explain, like, well, I'm not going to use my dad's name, I'm going to use my own name, and this, that, and the other, and I hate my dad, and, all that, so. I'm already seeing people not liking it because, like, oh, he has daddy issues. I'm like, guys, y'all are so fucking, God, y'all don't like shit on Twitter. Jesus. Always have something to complain about.
Oh, what? Twitter complains? Nah. Next is you had the women's breakout tournament. You had Carmen Petrovic versus Jada Parker. Oh, man. Can we talk about Jada Parker for a second?
Yeah, sure. She's well, they're both green. Yeah, but she has a look on her for sure. Definitely has a look on her. I think and I kind of explained this in the podcast this morning, where I said that Jada Parker, she's like, she's giving me Lash Legend vibes. You know what I mean? So, not like in a bad way or anything like that, but I'm just saying, just like her whole
she has
antics,
personality.
Yeah, she has that personality. So I'm giving her a little bit to show me what she can do, but I'm not gonna be too harsh on the women because they are they're still developing, and this is a development show, obviously. So I'm not gonna be too hard on them, but if I don't start to see improvement, that's where I'm gonna be like, hey, what the fuck is this? So
this is her literally her first match.
Nah, it's not her first match.
Jada Parker?
No.
When was her first
wrestling? She's been wrestling on the Coconut Loop, and also she's been wrestling in a little bit on Level Up as well. So.
Okay, I heard someone say it was her first match, but I guess
no. They will never do that. They will never ever. No, they will never do that.
But good looking woman, and Petrovic isn't bad either. So, but yeah, Petrovic, I'm impressed by her. She's got a look, and that interest is kind of cool. Yep. Next is you have...
it reminds me a little bit too much, and if I had to pick one over the other, I like Carmen more, just as through the first match. But her interest reminds me a little bit too much of Nikita.
Yeah. I forgot Nikita used to do that entrance in the ring where she'd have like nunchucks or.
Yeah, it reminds me. I mean, maybe they'd be a tag team. That would be pretty cool. But yeah,
I don't mind that at all. Next is you had Lyra Valkyria versus Tegan Nox. The winner of this would face Becky, since Tegan Nox wants another shot at Becky. Decent match. I like Lyra. I like Lyra the more and more I see her. And again, I'm like with you. I'm happy to see Tegan Nox get a fair shot. During the you had Natty out there to kind of keep an eye on the match. During the match, you had Chelsea Green and Piper Niven to kind of cause a distraction, and they caused a distraction with Lyra getting the win. And Lyra cut a promo, and yeah, that's really about it.
So with this here, again, how I feel about having main roster people on the show. But if you are going to have main roster people on it, why not, expand on a storyline that's happening on Monday Night Raw?
Right.
So, again, I'm not for it, but if you're going to do it, this is the right way to do it. Like, you know what I mean? Because obviously right now you got Chelsea and Piper as the women's tag team champions. And, they've been going around, causing trouble backstage. And, with one of those was with Natty. And it looks like they may do Natty and Tegan Nox as a tag team. I don't know if I want to see that, but, whatever. But at least they are... At least you get kind of see the direction that they're going to be going in with them. So I'm not too upset about that.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I'm fine with it. Next, you had Shotzi versus Kiana James. Shotzi got the win. It was a match. It happened.
And Roxanne came out for a distraction, so.
Yep. You had, let me see if I missed anything. Okay, never mind. Oh, yeah, Robert Stone getting in Braun Breaker's face and challenging him to a match at Halloween Havoc, which more than likely is going to lead to your boy coming back.
Oh, yeah. You remember, he is still champion of the world right now, so, you know.
He's tending to his many jobs. Next, you had the women's breakout tournament, Ariana Grace. It was supposed to be Ariana Grace versus Jakara Jackson. Jakara Jackson got hurt, but she was replaced by Brinley Reese. Yep. And Grace got the win. There was a funny backstage segment. I don't know why it made me laugh, but Metaphor is on the phone with Noam Dar, who's at the hospital with Jakara Jackson, who's again, he's trying to hype up her injury, saying that it's fatal or whatever. And then what the fuck's his name?
Oral Mensa.
No, not Oral Mensa, the Japanese guy.
Oh, Kira Tozawa?
Like he just pops up and goes, "Is that Noam?" "Yes." "Tell him I'm looking for him." And they just fucking walks away.
Yeah, he's always had that deadpan because he was in DDT and he also did a little bit of Chikara.
Yeah.
So like he had that deadpan humor in Chikara too. So
I don't know why that made me laugh the way he did. It's just I don't know. He's so fucking good. Main event is you had what was supposed to be was a triple threat, then it became a fatal four-way. Now it's a triple threat again. Carmelo Hayes versus Baron Corbin versus Dijak. Dijak coming out to kind of like a Sin City entrance, which I thought was actually pretty cool. Good match. I mean, we already knew what the outcome was going to be. Baron Corbin, let's talk about him for a second. The way he was working in this match, I saw him do things I haven't seen him do. Like him being in NXT, I think has been good. Like, he has vastly improved. I'm seeing the best side of Baron Corbin that I've seen in a while. So
yeah, I think it's because I think he's having more fun. But like on the main roster, I mean, Vince like a certain style in ring for guys like that. And Baron Corbin was always, to me, I always thought he was good. I always thought he was good. I just thought his character wasn't. You know what I mean? So, and I believe I said that. Means I always thought Baron Corbin was good. But yeah, now he's actually showing like what he can actually do. So, good for him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I second that. Mello gets the win, so now Mello will face Dragunov on week 2 of Halloween Havoc. So we're getting Mello and Dragunov part 3. The show ends with Valkyra in the back watching the end of the match, taking a picture of her and Becky and tearing it up based off the promo that her and Becky had earlier, where Becky said, "Listen, you're my friend, but once that bell rings, I'm going to go right through you." And yeah,
dynamic storytelling there with the picture being torn up, because Lyra, she obviously said, "Hey, this is how I got into wrestling is because of Becky," and she came to visit, our school, and and basically she was like, "Hey, I owe Becky this, but at the same time as well, it's like she knows what's ahead of her." So, and yeah, continue.
While she's walking away, you see Jade Cargill show up on the TV, and basically just doing it's time, time's a ticking. But that's NXT. NXT again, really good show.
What do you think that means with Jade?
I mean, it can mean a lot of things. I know the idea is her maybe going to the main roster. I mean, preferably, I think she should be on NXT, just to kind of get that experience. So
I've been thinking about this because I agree. I'm kind of back and forth with it, but it's like, who is going to make Jade look good down there? Except for Tiffany. Tiffany Stratton's probably the only one they can. But like, who's gonna actually make? Because they want to make Jade look good, and I don't think there's women down there that's gonna make her look like a bona fide in-ring superstar. With the exception of women that are on Raw, so I don't know. But I think it means that with Jade, I think our first match. Now, with me saying that, I think our first match is going to be at NXT Deadline.
Okay.
Against Becky.
Okay.
I may be wrong, but but that's what they're kind of maybe alluding to right now. So.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and she got in Becky's face on Raw too. So.
But I guess we're gonna have to find out. Which, I mean, they want to sell out that arena wherever they're going to be at for Deadline. Do you know where they're going to be at?
I don't know. Let's look it up real quick.
Connecticut. I just remember that. Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
Let me just be more specific on where it's at.
Yeah, Bridgeport.
Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Yeah, Toll Mortgage Arena.
Oh, yeah, they definitely are going to want to sell that out.
Yeah, they're going to, yeah, so... I mean, Becky's going to be on the show. Ilya is probably going to be faced off against Mello. Oh, no, never mind. No, probably not, because he's facing Mello. I don't know who Ilya is going to be faced off against then.
Wes?
Maybe, because that's on December the 9th. That's still 2 months away, so... maybe Wes? Trick Williams, if...
What about Wes?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
That's going to be an interesting show.
Yeah, and Dom's gonna still probably be champion too. So,
but that's the shows. I watched a little bit of Dynamite off of this this website where you can watch the shows. For some reason, it kept cutting off, so I missed the main event, which was the Dynamite Diamond Royal? Jesus Christ, Battle Royal.
Yeah,
but who won?
Juice Robinson. It's kind of obvious,
fair. Rock hard, Juice Robinson. So yeah, he's gonna face MJF next week for the Diamond Ring.
Yep.
Let's see. What I did watch. Saw a little bit of the Edge promo talking about Christian. Saw the Nick Wayne and his mom thing, which that was kind of. I don't know if I should say porn level acting or like Tubi level acting, but that was just that wasn't good until Christian showed up. I'll just say that. Where Christian is just like, you should have picked up your phone, and he just walked out.
That was hilarious, though. Yeah,
Christian's great. And then whatchamacallit, Darby beating the shit out of Nick Wayne, and then actually chipping. What is it? Did he chip his tooth or knock out his tooth?
It's pretty fucked. Like, Like I don't think two got knocked out, but it was loose.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So, he may need to get that tooth replaced or veneers or something. I don't know.
Sting coming out and talking about retirement, saying that his last match will be on Revolution, which that'll be.
I blame the city of Houston for making Sting retire.
Oh boy. Revolution's in March, right?
Yes. So February, March, around. I think it's February actually.
So in a few months. If you had to guess, who would you say his last match will be against?
Darby.
Okay, there you go.
He'll put over Darby.
Kenny Omega had a backstage segment talking about pretty much what he wants to do in the future, and then he brought up MJF, and MJF shook his hand. It's funny because I don't think these two have ever really interacted with each other before. And then
not on TV. Not on TV. On Being the Elite, yes. Many times, actually.
Okay. MJF shaking his hand and then saying 13 days, bitch. And, talking about he has 13 more days until he passes up Kenny as the longest running AEW
champion. A lot of people on Twitter, they didn't get that. I'm like, this is a Being Elite. This is pretty much like a Being Elite gag that they've been doing like the past couple weeks. So because MJF...
Well, I didn't get it. Well, I actually didn't get it either until somebody told me.
Well, yeah.
Which is funny because in 13 days it's going to be Halloween. So
there you
go. Kenny Omega had a match against Kyle Fletcher, which was pretty good. Kyle
Fletcher's great.
Yeah, Kyle Fletcher. He's pretty good. And he's also dating Sky Blue. So there you go. Good match. Good back and forth action with both guys. Omega getting the win, of course.
Yeah. Kenny's goddamn. Kenny's great too, man. Like, fuck. Great match. Wardlow, great TV match.
Wardlow coming out to destroy Dolph. What the fuck's his name? Ryan Nemeth. There you go. He just destroys him. Tony Schiavone wants to interview him, and Tony Schiavone asks him, "What are you doing back?" Wardlow shows on his tape he has MJF, and then he knocks down Tony Schiavone and leaves, which I thought was funny. So, and then Tony Storm with her future presentation, Gone with the Storm.
Gone with the Storm.
Which I don't know. It was interesting, to say the least. There was a nice fight with RJ. RJ City promised her a pearl necklace, and she got she assumed it was the other thing, but he said I meant jewelry.
Yeah.
But like I mentioned, I missed the main event, but Juice Robinson won, as we all know. But what happened in the first half of the show?
The first 30 minutes was not good. I didn't really. I mean, Jay White. I take that back. Jay White and Penta was a good match. It was a good match, but Shida and Emi Sakura, like, I can live without. You know what I mean? I mean, there was a story there, obviously. If you've been paying attention to social media, Emi Sakura and crying every time when Hikaru Shida wins the AEW Women's Championship, and how she wants to win the championship. So there was a story there, but I just didn't care about it per se. So, but yeah. But the first 30 minutes wasn't really much. It started picking up with Kyle Fletcher, Kenny Omega, and the Sting promo, Sting retirement promo talk, and what else happened? I know I'm missing something, but I can't think of it right now.
Nah. But yeah, that was AEW, people. So do you have any news articles?
No.
I have one. Billy Corgan and the NWA signed two TV deals with CW. I can say now for the first time, and I have to be a bit vague because there's much other political aspects of this, I can say now that we finally have signed not just one but two TV deals, and that announcement as far as where and who will be coming soon, but we will finally now be able to move off of YouTube. Not exclusively. because we still want to do stuff on YouTube, but we now will be moving with a network partner. Can't say who, but I can say it's a top 20 network, and I'm very excited. And House of Wrestling, from Nick Houseman, I believe that's his name, has learned that the top 20 network Corgan refers to is the CW. Some logistics are being worked out, but an official announcement, I can't talk today, should be coming relatively soon. The two TV deals that Corgan mentioned are for two different NWA products that will air on the CW, NWA Power, and a reality TV show about the day-to-day behind-the-scenes businesses of the NWA. A reality TV show about running a pro wrestling company is something Corgan has always wanted to do for a while. So what are your thoughts on NWA having a TV deal?
Good, man. I remember watching NWA when the pandemic started, and this is when I first got my eyes on Ricky Starks, and I obviously knew who Thunder Rosa was already, but seeing her on the NWA was good as well, and seeing LA Knight, Eli Drake was there too as well, and so it was good stuff. It was good. Nick Aldis obviously was there, but so I'm glad that another wrestling organization is able to get another TV network, and for people who because believe it or not, there's people out there who don't get internet access in the boonies in this country. So for people who are not familiar with the NWA, as far as they're still around and that they're still doing pay-per-views and stuff, they can be able to watch on the CW. And so hopefully they get a good time slot. Hopefully it's a time slot that makes sense. As long as it's not on Mondays. I mean, Mondays or Fridays or Wednesdays. I mean, I think a perfect spot for them would probably be on the weekend, like late night, like 9 p.m. on the weekend, 10 p.m. on the weekend, for people who just wants to stay and just chill. And don't expect a million people watching, NWA. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll be surprised if they even hit, 300,000 or 200,000. Expect probably just 100,000. And if that's good for the CW network, and if that's good for the NWA and the CW network, if they just looking for a very small viewership for something that, instead of just playing reruns of Gilmore Girls or whatever the fuck they have on CW.
Well, I mean, I mean, I don't even know what they play on CW, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. They still play fucking Gilmore Girls of fucking what's another show? Supernatural or whatever the fuck.
Well, Supernatural's not on the air. I think they play it on TNT.
Whatever they play. Yeah, I mean, or it could be a fucking random movie at 9:00 at night. Oh, now the future. The future presentation of. Some fucking fuck ass movie from the from the 80s of Amadeus. Okay, but, you know what I mean? Just playing around shit. So the point is, if they get the viewership that they're looking for CW during that time slot, that's all that matters. So good for the NWA. Hopefully this gets more eyes and ears on the product. Hopefully it creates more fans too. I really hope it creates more fans, because it'll just make pro wrestling even that much stronger. So.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear this. I'm happy to hear NWA is getting a time slot. I was a fan of NWA during that time period when it came out around the time of the pandemic, and I was enjoying what I saw. I was enjoying seeing Eli Drake. I was enjoying seeing Ricky Starks, and Nick Aldis, and Thunder Rosa. So I was liking what I was seeing. So, yeah, but, I mean, when it comes on the CW, I'll give it a watch, see what they have. Yeah. But that's the news. Not on the lose, people. But yeah, the PWI 250. It used to be 150, now it's 250. For the women's came out. I have the whole list. We're obviously not going to do the whole list. But how many did you want to do?
Just do 50.
All right, cool with me. And then we can just call it a night. Because I'm starting to feel like shit too. Ugh. All right. So number 50 is Venny.
Jenny or Vinny?
Veny.
I don't know that name. I don't think I heard that name.
Defeated Chihiro Hashimoto in December to become the Sendai Girls Champion.
Oh, okay. She used to be called Asuka, but it's not Asuka. If that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
49 is Jody Threat.
Okay. No, sorry, go ahead. Go for it.
No, I was waiting for you.
Oh no. I think she's from Canada. I know that, but she's decent. She's decent. She's a little bit older, so so she has a little bit more tenure in the business. But she's not gonna be like anything big in AEW or WWE. At least I don't think. I mean, she's already like in her 30s, like mid-30s. So
48 is Lana Austin.
Lana Austin, yeah, she's coming along very well. I think she has potential. She definitely has potential. I can definitely see her doing something in Impact. But she's over there in progress right now. Doing her thing over there. But I can definitely see her. Maybe doing something for Impact or not AEW, because she is a little bit older too as well. But she's she's good in the ring at what she does.
47 is AZM.
AZM, don't know the name.
Let's see, who is she? Queen's Quest.
Oh, you know what? No. She's a. I heard the name actually. She's that young girl from Stardom.
Okay.
She's like 20 or something like that. So she's like a prodigy. So probably. She develops. I mean, who knows? Maybe she'll become something. But yeah, she's a prodigy for sure.
46, Indy Hartwell.
Fair. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah. Okay, I'll just say it's fair. But I don't think she's better than the women that was listed off so far, as far as the in-ring is concerned.
All right. 45 is Hyan, Hyan.
Hyan.
Texas girl.
Oh,
It says she's a Texas girl.
yeah. That name doesn't hit with me.
All right. Let's see. She's in Rev Pro. I remember that she was the one Nia Jax squashed. That's what Maurice is saying. Sorry, I dropped my mic. 44 is Yuka Sakazaki.
Yuka Sakazaki, yeah. Well, obviously a AEW alum for sure. I like her. She's cool. She's decent in the ring at what she does. You know what I mean? She's back and forth between AEW and Tokyo Joshi Pro. So, because she's not Stardom, she's like from Tokyo Joshi Pro, which is like the second biggest women's Japanese promotion. So,
all right. Where was I? 43 is Mirai.
Give me a description.
God's Eye overcame 5 opponents to become the winner of the 2023 Cinderella Tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Following that coup, overpowered double champion Tam Nakano to become the new Wonder of Stardom champion.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if she beat Tam Nakano, then okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say something else. 42 is Flammer.
You broke up.
42 is Flammer.
Flammer? Don't know.
Or Flamer.
Are they from Mexico?
Repped Team Mexico and Women's Lucha Libre World Cup.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. The name sounds from Mexico, so I don't know who she is though. So
41 is Bailey.
Bailey?
Yep, Bailey.
Too low. I'm trying to think if this is from. I mean, Bailey did lose a lot too, so I know it takes account of that. But that's too low. Yeah, gotta hear the other names, but that's too low.
Yeah, this is kind of shocking. So, I mean, we'll get to it. 40 is Utami Hayashishida.
Yes. Yes. She's fucking awesome. She's fucking awesome. Just, yeah. I will be. I'll be not surprised, but yeah. She needs to come over to the States. I'll just put it like that.
Okay. 39 is Vert Vixen.
She's okay. She's okay. I know she wrestles like for like Defy and stuff, but she's all right. She's all right. I think she does reality as well, reality wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But she's okay. She's okay. She's not. I don't know if I have her that high.
38 is Liv Morgan.
That's fair.
37 is Siri. Last year she was number 1.
Yeah, Siri. So yeah, Siri.
36 is Britt Baker.
A little bit too low, I think. A little bit too low.
I mean, again, not trying to shit on her, but she hasn't really done anything lately.
I don't know. I gotta hear the other names. I think it's probably a little too. I'm not saying she's like top 10 or anything like that, but like,
yeah,
maybe top 30. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying it like to, but yeah, okay.
35 is you.
YU?
YUU.
YUU? Nah, that doesn't hit. Is she in Stardom?
NGPW Strong.
Okay, all right. Well, it's not Stardom, but okay, got it.
Her finishing move is called the John Woo drop kick.
Yeah, that's like the shotgun drop kick.
Right.
That Finn Balor does, that Gunther does. Yeah.
34 is Alex Windsor.
Don't know.
English girl, held 4 titles during the period. TJPW International Princess title in pro wrestling. Eve Crown.
Yeah, I haven't heard the name.
33 is Kenzie Page.
She's okay. She's all right. She's okay. She's a well-known name, obviously, over here in in the States, and she's in the NWA. But did she get signed to who got signed to AEW? Was it Kenzie Page recently?
Chat, somebody help us out. I have no clue.
Was she signed to AEW recently?
No, I think it was Billy Starks.
Oh, Billy Starks. I always get those two confused. So yeah, so I'm thinking about Billy Starks. Kizzy Page, she's like in fucking like NWA.
Okay.
Yeah.
She ended Camille's 800.
Yeah, she's the champion. Yeah.
She's 21 too. Jesus. 32 is Nicole Matthews.
She's decent. She's okay. She's okay. I don't know if I ever this high. Honestly, I don't know if I ever this high, but but she's all right. She's older. That's why I'm kind of like about her. So she's like 37 or some shit like that.
31 is Suzu Zakuzi or Suzuki.
Yeah, Suzu Suzuki. Yes, she is like. She reminds me of I don't want to say of Io, but she kind of reminds me of Io, of her in-ring style. Right. So she's over there. She's killing it in Stardom right now. Yeah, just Suzu Suzuki. Keep not your eye on her, but if you don't want to watch her, that's fine. But like, keep your ears open. Be familiar with the name, I will say, because she's young. I think she's 20 years old. And I wouldn't be surprised if WWE will go after her sooner rather than later.
You never know. 30 is Mayu Iwatani.
I love my Iotani. I love her. I think she can really become someone special in the States if she decides to come over. Like, she's a hard-hitting badass. But you know, she's over there in Stardom. I mean, she doesn't have to come over here right now, but she had a you know, I know that you know, she defeated Mercedes too. So, but you know, not too many people seen it, but you know, yeah, that's a big name to beat. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you're not wrong. 29 is Becky Lynch.
She was out for a little bit, was she?
Returned from a foot injury at Survivor Series.
So it's been less than a year. Okay, from that time frame. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I probably honestly will have her higher, but that's fair.
28 is Hikaru Shida.
I'll probably have Shida a little bit higher, actually. Probably top 20.
Yeah, that's fair. 27 is Mickie James.
I mean, her at her age, man, she's still doing some damn good stuff over there in Impact.
Yeah, love me some Mickie.
So, I mean, she's great. She's great.
20, where am I at? 26, Taya Valkyria.
Wait, Lyra Valkyria?
Not Lyra, I'm sorry. Taya.
Oh, Taya Valkyrie.
Valkyrie, there you
go. I know she's not, because a lot of people are going to look at it for what she was doing in AEW, which is nothing. But she's still big in Mexico. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's still huge in Mexico, and she's still a relevant name over there in Mexico. She's still putting on, you know, a lot of, she's still on the card very importantly over there, so I think it's too high, but I can see why she's there on that, where she's on the list.
25, Tiffany Stratton.
That's fair. That's definitely fair. For only her second full year, yeah. Yeah, that, I can, yeah. If I'm Tiffany, I'll be very happy with that position for sure.
Yeah, and last year she wasn't even listed, so now she's in the top 25. 24, Io Sky.
Higher.
Definitely.
Higher. For sure.
Yeah. She's fucking awesome. 23, Trinity.
You know what, man? That's a good position for her. I'm happy for her. I really am. That's awesome. That's really cool. She took a chance on herself going to Impact, and she's one of the biggest stars over there, and you know, she's just top 23. She's just like, and she's never been like a, you know, bad in the ring or anything. Like, she's been improving, you know, over a year. So super happy for her.
I love Trinity. She's always someone that was fun to watch. I mean, she's still fun to watch. Obviously, I mean, she's very good. 22, Ronda Rousey.
What? No, that's too fucking high. That's too high for her.
I guess they're going off of star power, but still, like, she should not be this high. I would definitely put Trinity over her. I'd put Io Sky over her. I'd put Tiffany over her.
What put all the names that we named off? I will put them over, most of them over Ronda.
21, Charlotte Flair. Yeah,
that's fair. I mean, she wasn't there majority of the fucking year in 2020. Oh, not in 2022, but like the back half of 2022 and early in 2023. But you know, I mean, but when she has like her matches is like all fucking dynamic and fucking great shit. So you know, can't be mad at that position for sure.
Nope. It's weird. Like none of the four horsewomen are in the top. Are in the, what do you call it, the top 10. Well,
I think it's the first time over a decade.
Actually, I mean, I think one of them is, but we'll get to that. 20.
Mercedes is not in the top 10.
Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind then. Number 20, Saya Kamitani.
Who's number 20?
Saya Kamatani.
Is she in Stardom? Or is she in Joshi Pro?
She's in... Let's see. Oh, yeah, she's in Stardom.
God, man, the name sounds familiar. I just can't put a face with it. Okay. It's gonna eat at me later when I actually like, oh, yeah, that's her.
If anyone can post a picture, that'd be nice. 19, Mizuki.
Mizuki?
Yeah.
I thought that was a second name with that. No, the name, not familiar with the name. Is she in AEW?
Yeah, she.
I mean, she's not in AEW, but like, has she like wrestled in AEW before?
She battled Emi Sakura on Elevation.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay, I know she is now. She kind of has like that. I mean, all the Joshi women, they kind of look the same, but like her hair is kind of like reddish blondish, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm aware of her. From what I've seen, she's good. She's good. I mean, she's good. Like, you know, typical Japanese, you know, Joshi wrestler, which is not bad because, like, you know, that's where you get a lot of the best women's wrestlers in the world is from, you know, doing the Joshi style. So,
number 18, Chris Statlander.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, maybe a little bit higher, a tad bit higher. Not top 10, maybe like 13 or something like that. But yeah, that's fine.
17, Miyu Hamashita. Or Hamashita, I'm sorry.
So she was at NXT on... she was at NXT Tuesday.
Oh, yeah?
So there could be a chance... I mean, she was like sitting right behind Booker T. And they showed her on camera. So I don't know if she was invited by WWE to go, hey, you know, check out NXT. Is it something that you want to do? I know they're trying to quarter right now, but if she does come, holy fucking shit! That's all I can really say. She's fucking awesome. She has this like roundhouse screw kick, whatever they call it. It's fucking devastating. It's really amazing. But I don't know if she went there by WWE's invite or I don't know if she was just there in Orlando because she went to Disney World. And I'm not too sure if it was like, oh, hey, let's just go to NXT. Let's see what this is all about type of thing. So, but she's fucking amazing.
Number 16, Kairi. Kairi Sane.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she's one of the fucking best women in the world. Yeah, of course.
And she's coming back, too. 15,
yeah, coming back to WWE, yeah.
15, Roxanne Perez.
Wow, I'm super happy for her. That's super cool. Yeah, that's super cool.
Texas girl.
Yeah. So you know the end of the world party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they came by the shop as they usually do, you know, at least like once or twice a month, they always talk about Roxanne, you know, because like Corbin's like he wrestled her like many times, and he always tells me that Roxanne is probably the one that used to chop me the fucking hardest out of anybody, any man out of any. I was like Roxanne. I was like Roxanne. He's like, yeah. I'm like, that's funny, man. So yeah, that's super cool, man. I know they're probably getting a kick out of that too. Once they found that out, so you know, because apparently they are. I won't say like super like duper close, but they're definitely friends for sure. So
yeah, Roxanne's a sweet girl. I wouldn't be surprised if she has like if that's kind of true. You know what I mean? Like when you said they're like pretty close. So
yeah,
Roxanne's a sweet girl. 14, Jade Cargill.
Hey, it's fucking Jade. I mean, she had the fucking record, right? I mean, I don't know if she ain't the 14th best women's wrestler in the world. That's definitely not the case. Like, as far as in ring wise, like that's definitely not. But yeah, but as far as like totality of like what she's doing, then yeah.
Number 13, Masha Slamovich.
Masha is fucking great. I like Masha.
Here's my problem is that she was on the men's list too.
Well, she wrestled men, that's why.
Okay.
Well, I mean she wrestled men, so that's how she got on the list.
All right.
She's great. She's great at what she does.
I've literally never seen her before, so I'm not gonna like pick on her or anything. I don't know. I saw that name on the men's list, but whatever. It's a new list. 12 is Toni Storm.
I mean, it's Toni Storm. I mean, she's just fantastic at what she does. And with this and that's before the new gimmick, I'm pretty sure, with this list. So, hopefully next year she'll probably be maybe top 5 if they continue to put this push with her. So,
titty slap. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, just like it's great.
This is great. I love it. 11, Asuka.
Oh, she was top 10, but yeah, like that's good enough for me.
All right, so now we're in the top 10. Number 10, Jordynne Grace.
I'll swap her with Asuka. I think Jordynne Grace, I think she's good at what she does. Despite what people probably think about her as a person, like, I'm looking at her as far as in ring and what she does in her, what's the word that I'm looking for? Her, presence on TV on Impact. I think she's very good at what she does. I don't know if I'll have her number 10 though. I think right now I'll have Asuka over her.
Right. Number 9, Camille
Brickhouse. I mean, she was fucking champion forever in NWA. She's kind of like Jade Cargill, not the best in the ring. I think I probably put her a little bit better than Jade Cargill in the ring, but she had that fucking title forever. So yeah, that definitely deserves a top 10 spot.
Number 8, Willow Nightingale.
Willow's awesome. She's fucking great. Like,
I adore her.
Yeah, she's fucking amazing. And, and a lot of people probably think like, well, damn, Willow Nightingale, she's number 8. Like, she wasn't that great in AEW. Yes, you're correct, but you must have forgot about her New Japan Strong. She was in New Japan Strong. She defeated fucking Mercedes. You know what I mean? Whether it was the injury or not. So that gives her a big boost up the ladder. So, yeah, so number 8's cool.
Number 7, Deonna Purrazzo.
Oh yeah, she's fan-fucking-tastic. Fan-fucking-tastic. She's just if she was in WWE, people would probably say, "Oh, she's the best in the world." There'll be people claiming for her to probably be one of the best in the world. Definitely so. Well, I mean, also there's like with the Biancas and the Rhea Ripleys and all that stuff, but like people will put Deonna, in that stratosphere. She's fucking great.
Number 6, Athena.
Yes. She's fucking great too. Even though that she's on Ring of Honor and no one's really seeing it, her title reign and what she's doing and her character development over there, I think that's very warranted of that number 6 spot. For sure.
Agree to disagree. Number 5, just pointing out what you just said, she's on a show that nobody watches.
So are you discrediting her accolades?
Do you think she should be over Asuka?
No, but she should be top 10.
Again, agree to disagree. Number 5, Tam Nakano.
Deserving.
Okay.
I
literally don't know who she is, so I'm just going by what you're saying.
Well, I mean, all you got. Well, one, just look at her. Like, I mean, dude, if you look at her, like, okay, I understand why she's number 5. Yeah, she's. I really want her to come over to the United States.
Yeah, she might. Number 4, Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, she's the best in AEW.
I like her. She's one of my favorites in the. Remember, I think she's my favorite in the women's division. I like her, like, genuinely. I think she should come to WWE, but that's just me. Number 3, Bianca Belair.
I mean, it's fucking Bianca. Like, she's like amazing. Just fucking just amazing at what she does. You know what I mean? Even though her character work is like, you know how we've been talking about her character work. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but outside of that, like, she's just been like amazing at what she does.
Mm-hmm. Number 2, who the fuck is this? Julia?
Julia.
Julia?
So she was. Remember, she was number 1 last year.
No, that was Siri.
Oh, not Siri. Was it Siri or was it Julia? So Julia. So okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting fucking confused. Julia. She is the Stardom. Or she was the Wonder Stardom champion. So yeah, she's fucking excellent. She's not a high flyer. She's more of a kind of a ground based type wrestler, but she can mix in the high flying moves or whatnot. She's not like Io as far as high flying, but she'll like go to the top rope, do like a drop kick or whatnot. But like she's a really sound technical wrestler though, and I really would love for her to come over to either to WWE or AEW one day for sure. She's great.
She has an interesting look. Yeah, all right, I'll definitely check out her work. And number 1, as we all know, Rhea Ripley.
I mean,
it's Rhea.
She's the best in the world right now.
It's mommy.
So with this top 10 list, who will be in your top 10?
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Top 10. Rhea, obviously.
Right.
I'd put Tiffany in there. I don't know. She'd probably be 10. So I put Tiffany. I'm gonna have to think about this because I'm tired. I can't think straight.
Yeah, yeah, we don't have to.
I like Trinity. I do like Trinity. I don't know if I'd put her in a top 10 though. I'm gonna have to come back to this. Well, I'm gonna have to think about this. But who'd be in your top 10?
Rhea, Bianca, Jamie, Tom, Nakano, Julia's up there, Asuka, Athena, I don't know how many I named. Diana. It's not in order, I'm just naming 10.
You got one more.
How many I named?
You named 9.
Roxanne.
Okay. But, oh yeah, and congratulations to Julia Hart and Shotty Lee Johnson for getting married. So, good for them. But, that's the end of the show, people. Did about an hour and a half. Like I said, slow news week, but luckily this list dropped, so we had something to talk about. But yeah, Justin, again, as always, thank you for coming by, and thank you for doing the show with me, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Fun.
Yes, sir. And I'm a little out of it right now, but shout out to everybody who supports the show. Friends of ours, Wrestling Soup, Breaking the Apocalypse, RJ, Ruben, Jeff, Lipman, Monty, of course, and everybody else who supports the show. And just follow all of our friends. Follow all of our friends who have podcasts and support them. And support the Patreon. It's only $5 a month. And I just did a show with Ruben the other day for Culture Attack. Listen to that. And I just did a show with RJ today for our Patreon show. So listen to that.
Ooh, there you go. So Drew, tell your viewers out there, like, how many episodes do you have on your Patreon?
I actually just checked today. I believe it's about like 130 something.
You can go back and watch all that for only $5. You're saying?
Just $5, people.
There you go. That's worth it alone. That's hundreds of hours of content right there. So
I mean, the more donations we get, we can open up more tiers. We can give away some shit. I mean, for $10 a month, we can have RJ come to your house and, I don't know, like spit in your mouth or something. Like, what?
Ew, I don't know if I want that, but okay.
Hey, I'm not saying you. Maybe you. But I don't know. Like,
no, I definitely will pass on that.
RJ's a freak, so I'm pretty sure he'd be into that. No, I'm not saying to you. I'm not saying he's gonna do it to you. I'm just saying who's ever into that kind of shit. I'm pretty sure RJ will be fine with it. But yeah, man, just support the Patreon, support our friends, and get the news out there, and also support my good friend here, Justin, who has a podcast at 8 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday, not 8 p.m., not 8:30 p.m., 8:30 in the morning. Every Monday through Friday, Morning Slam podcast is a damn good podcast, people. You can find it on YouTube, and if you missed the live portion, that's fine. You can just rewatch it, or you can find it on Spotify. I also support Spinebuster Tees. If you're in the San Antonio area, if you're in the Texas area, you want to make a trip, come on down to Wonderland Mall Americas and come down to Spinebuster Tee. My boy has you covered. If you like wrestling figures, if you like bobbleheads, if you like wrestling memorabilia in general, my boy here has you covered. If you can't make the trip, he has a website, spinebustertees.com. And it's good shit. It's such good shit.
Hit the nail on the head.
So, but with that being said, we will see you next week. Next Saturday will be the Q&A show of October. So if you haven't already, get your questions in and try to make it fun since Halloween's coming up. Let's get some Halloween questions. Let's get some horror movies questions. It'll be fun. But we'll be back next week, regularly scheduled time on Wednesday. Also on Saturday, the Q&A show. But we're done for the night, people. Take care, be safe, and peace out.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari. It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari. It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.